Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 7, Episode 29, Amazon Prime Day and DJI Drone Band Update. Hope everyone is doing well. Going to jump in. I know, my gosh, a lot of you guys were here already on the spot. Drone Shots, Akarasho, Michael Wright, Jaybird, Captain Joe America. Let's see who else we got. You guys are super active already. John Olson. All right, John, welcome. Good to see you. Johnny Droneflower, and thank you, Johnny. Let's see, Akarasho. Art is in the house. Welcome, Art. Good to see you as well. Let's see, Drone Shots. A Big Orange Drone Flyer, Zach, welcome. Good to see you tonight. Let's see who else we have here. Richard is here. Welcome, Richard. Good to see you as well. Got a full Anthony is here as well. Puerto Rico in the house. All right, Captain Ray is here too. All right. Well, I'm going, let's see if I can get this up here first. Wanted to do this. I wanted to go ahead, and a lot of you already know this, but we're gonna put this up here for everybody. I want to thank you all so much for the birthday greetings. Enjoying the second anniversary of my 33rd birthday. Okay, that's how I look at birthdays from now on. It's a simple math equation. Okay. Second anniversary of my 33rd birthday. But seriously, I want to thank everybody for all your wonderful greetings. They are just, they mean the world to me. But I got to say this, the best thing that happened to me today, well, the best thing in my whole life is my wife. Okay. That I think you guys know how close we are and how much she means to me. But I'll tell you what made my day today was I talked to my 5-year-old granddaughter, called me and wished me happy birthday. I mean, it just does not get any better than that, okay? It really doesn't. You know, happy birthday, Grandpa! And I told her, I said, when Grandma and Grandpa come up next time, I'm going to bring one of my drones, because she asked on her birthday was last week. She asked her mommy and daddy, when Grandma and Grandpa can I fly drones with Grandpa next time? So I told her, I said, I'm going to bring my drone up. My son-in-law told me her eyes got big as silver dollars, okay? Yeah. Thank you, Drone Views. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Waypoint New England, thank you guys. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you guys. You know, and it's another year spinning around this wonderful thing we call the sun, and very grateful to God for all his many blessings, my wife, my family, and all my friends, all of you guys. I'm very grateful for you. You guys give me a lot of energy. You guys keep me young at heart, and I hope to stay that way. I really hope to stay that way. Also, where else is it? Let's see if I got this up. Okay, I want to show you a couple minutes of a clip. My wife put this together for my birthday today, so indulge me here for a second and let me do that. Then I'm going to show you part of a really cool clip. Playing down in the corner down there. Addie, that's Ellie, that's Addie. That was at my high school reunion. That's my mom. That's on our okay. That's Valerie's niece's daughter. That's my stepdaughter and her husband. A serious look on my face. My mom again. But I want to thank you guys for indulging me here for a minute for that. Really, thank you. Appreciate that. You guys know my penchant for hockey. Hockey is my favorite sport. Well, my favorite team in Florida is the Florida Panthers, and I created a brand new. I mean, you know me. I do social media. It's all over. Okay. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and on YouTube, and I'm going to be starting to do podcasts for the Florida Panthers called the Florida Panthers Den. It's real easy. I got my own logo created up for that, and got a picture of the arena up there. Already got 2 videos and already getting some subscribers. So if you guys are interested, climb on board. You're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna do a lot of podcasts. I've got to be good friends with a lot of the other podcasters out there, and gonna try to get some of the maybe I can get some of the announcers or some of the other sports writers in the Miami area to come on the show. So I'm really looking forward to that. So feel free to subscribe to it. Let me go ahead, and I am gonna drop a link in the description. And I'll make sure to put that also in the description on the YouTube video. So check it out. It's a really, I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to put a video out there. I compiled it today. It was highlights from every one of the 16 wins that the Panthers had this year. It took a lot of time to do it. It's about 2.5 hours long, but I think it came out really well. So again, thank you for indulging me for a minute for that. All right, we're going to look at the first drone-related item here, and it's very interesting. Okay, I'm good friends with him on Facebook, and he's a drone guy, and he lives in the Fort Lauderdale area, which of course is really close to where the Panthers are. What he does part-time, he has a full-time job that he works for another company. He owns his own drone company, and what he does is he works for guess what? He works for the Florida Panthers. How cool is this? Okay. I can't show you the video, but I can show you a still from the video. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Now, this is you usually see, all the guys whenever they win the Stanley Cup. I'm going to blow this up here so you can see it. Look at this perspective. Okay. He's flying, and I believe he's flying in Nevada too. Okay. And if I would continue the video, it kind of shows it from a completely different perspective, something you've never, ever seen before. And I'm going to try to get Bobby on. Bobby Zahadi's his name, if you guys know him. He has great work. He does fantastic work. And Bobby, if you're watching, I would love to have you on the show sometime. Absolutely love to have you on the show. Thank you, Captain Ray. Appreciate that. You know what? The Drone Juice, they are fantastic. And I know there was a club over, there was a lot of followers over in the UK. Pittsburgh Penguins fans of Great Britain. I think that's what their name is. That's my other hockey team. But yeah, feel free to follow me on there. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm getting ramped up. What am I, people are asking me, what am I going to do when I retire? Here it is. Social media. Okay. Creating content, having a blast doing it, just having a total blast doing it. I'm having so much fun. Got some things in store for my Florida Pens Den. We're going to use a step banner. The banner that you guys see whenever you're, doing whenever they do a press conference. I ordered one from Vistaprint, and I'm going to have that behind me when I'm doing my podcast. So you won't see the entire room back there. You'll see that. So we got that coming. I got some wonderful signs ordered off of Hex Art. They're metal 3D signs, and I'm going to put LED lighting behind them. I'm going to do a little bit of decorating in here as well too. So looking forward to it. It's going to spice up the room. I'm going to have some fun. So all right, let's see what else we got here. But yeah, let me drop a link for Bobby's video. You want to watch it. I mean, seriously, he just does such a and he also flies during games. Okay, he has permission to do that, and I've seen some of his in-game shots. Just absolutely does a fantastic job. His links for that video are I just put them in the chat. So if you guys get a chance, watch his video, comment on it, like it, tell him I sent you. Okay, I know Bobby pretty well, but tell him he's a great guy. I absolutely love him. So you definitely want to check that out. Gerald, thank you. Go out and speak on the mashed potato circuit. There you go, David. All right. I like that. Okay, what do we got next, Joe? I'm trying trying to think what all we got here. But yeah, you want to definitely, if you get a chance to, you want to go ahead and check out Bobby's video there. That was just absolutely fantastic. Alex, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I got to be a Florida Panthers fan back in 2013. My wife and I drove down from Tampa. Okay. I have a great disdain for the Bolts here. Okay. And, when the Panthers came on and they really started clicking, their general manager, Bill Zito, I love him. I love what he's doing with the club. Mark White, thank you. I appreciate that. I got a little story about Mark I want to share with everybody here in just a quick second. I got on board and I haven't looked back. It's the best arena in all of hockey. It's easy to park there. The sight lines are great there, wide, spacious areas between the concession stands. Nice seating, not a bad seat in the place, although I prefer to sit in the lower bowl. So I want to thank my good friend Mark White. Okay. You guys know Mark. Okay. Where is he? I know I saw him here. There he is. Okay. Mark, thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Mark joined me on Ham Radio Basics Live on Wednesday night. Okay. Mark, you are muy bueno. Okay. That was just absolutely fantastic. Muy bueno. Very good. You are very good. But thank you so much. That was a wonderful surprise. I had somebody else, and I can't remember who else joined me. And if you're here, I'm sorry. 66, second anniversary of my 33rd birthday. What can I say? Okay. Yeah, he does, Captain Ray. He does. He gets that. They compensate him real well. They really do. They really do. So, I'm trying to see what article. Oh yeah. I want to get this up. Let me see. Now I got to find the actual article here. Okay. All right. How many of you guys bought anything from Prime Day? Okay. They had quite a lot of things on sale today. Well, the one thing that I want to call your attention to is, okay. All right. The best Prime Day deals. DJI makes drone hobby affordable for all. Mini 4K drops to $239. Okay. Well, lo and behold, now my manager at work has been looking for a drone. Okay. So I sent him a link and he ended up getting one. I told him, I said, it's the lowest I've ever seen a DJI drone. And he wants to do it. He has he has some rental property. He wants to be able to inspect the roof, and it's a flat roof on the rental property. So in order for him to do that, he has to get a ladder up there. And in your late 50s, early 60s, climbing a ladder is not conducive to good health. I don't care what you say. You won't catch me climbing a ladder again, even probably a step ladder for that is okay. Well, lo and behold, he went ahead and did it. And I told him, I said, no charge. I will go ahead up there. I will show you. I said, do some preliminary things like get the battery charged, get the controller charged, download the app on your phone, and I'll walk you through absolutely everything. I'll do everything we need to know. And then maybe there's a Bubba's 33 up there. If you guys know what a Bubba's 33 is, they're owned by Texas Roadhouse. Best burgers, best wings, best boneless wings, best onion rings. Bubba's 33. You got to check them out if you have them in your area, or inquire about them. The 33 comes from the year the prohibition was repealed. Okay. I know I'm talking a lot tonight. Okay. All right. And I want to thank Art for his Bucky Beaver birthday wish for me. Art, thank you so much. That was wonderful. There he is.
Hello, Bill. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing real well. Just had a great day today. Capped off a few minutes, about half hour ago. Got a call from my granddaughter wishing me a happy birthday.
Now, how old is the little girl now?
She's 5. She's going to go to kindergarten this fall.
Okay. Congrats.
And I told her, I said, when Grandpa comes up next time, I'm bringing my drone, because she said she wants to fly drones with Grandpa. That's good. So that's all.
Well, I want to wish you a very happy 39th birthday, Bill.
Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. At this point, what I do is the math I do. I like dividing when I can evenly divide the numbers. Okay, like this year, it's the second anniversary of my 33rd birthday. So
there you go.
I like that. Well, did you see this? $239 for the Mini 4K.
All right, man. I hardly ever make a little short video, but I made a YouTube short today because that's 20% off, Bill. And that puts it cheaper than even the other, the other second tier drones in it, that hover around a $300 mark.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you buy any of those other second tier drones when you picked up for $239? And Bill, also you can get a second battery for $49.99. So for $299, you can get a 2-battery Mini 4K kit.
Yeah. Well, my manager at work has been looking for one because he wants one to inspect his rental property.
Okay.
I texted him today. I said, this is the lowest I've ever seen a DJI drone. I said, you need to jump on this. And he did.
And all he's doing is inspecting rental properties. This drone will be more than enough for him.
Oh, I know. That's what. The rental property he has a flat. It's a 2-story with a flat roof. So he said, no more climbing ladders. Okay.
Yeah.
He's done with that. But this kind of deal, and it's still out there. I went out and I checked. Okay, let's see if this.
Well, it's an Amazon Prime deal, so I expect it'll last through the end of the day tomorrow.
Yeah, and
unless they sell out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing I was thinking might happen, but as of right now, still $239. And like you said, and that's a good point, Ron. That other battery for $49. I mean, my gosh, $300. You get 2 batteries and a drone. I mean.
And this drone gets like maybe 2 batteries. So you get what about maybe like I don't know, like 20 to 25-minute flight time.
Yeah, that's very realistic. About a 25-minute flight time is that's what I get with the Spectrum Mini.
Okay,
is that 25 minutes? It's very reasonable. I mean, if you were looking for a drone right now, okay, and your budget this is it. I mean, in a Prime deal like that. Wow. I mean, that's just.
And I looked at it when I was going to put in my cart today. It wouldn't come in 2 days. Would have been here by Saturday.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, you're right, Bill. If you're thinking about buying a drone, or maybe you have a toys drone, you want to upgrade, but you don't want to break the bank, this is it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So I got a question to ask you. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime Day. Did you partake in any deals today?
Well, unfortunately, I'm one of those people. I have all the stuff that I would have picked up or whatever. I mean, there's a real good deal when the Action 3, the outdoor kit where you get all the stuff with it. That was like $200 and some. Of course, that's the older model. The Hero 11 was like $249. So if you're looking to get maybe a generation old piece of tech gear, you can get a tremendous price. The not the it's the 360 Ace Pro, but there's also just a regular Ace that's on sale for $249. So there are bargains out there if you don't already have the gear.
I saw somebody drop in the chat. The Action 2 was 90. Somebody said 99 or 199.
Yeah, $199 for the Action 2. I don't think that's the full kit. I think that's the base kit.
That's the base kit, but
you don't get that extra. You don't get the extra charger with the screen, or I never understand how that module stuff works. But that's still a good deal. Now, of course, that's an action camera that's a couple generations behind now, but it still shoots 4K 60, I believe. So it still has.
Marcus is just completely enamored with it. I mean, he has nothing but good things to say about it.
Almost everybody has it, loves it. Yeah, and I saw that the Air 3. If you want the Fly More bundle, it was almost $300 off from $1,500 and change to like $1,200 and change.
Yeah, I'm going to bring that up.
Johnny Dronefly is saying in the chat that he still loves his Action too. And Zach's telling me I'm wrong. That's the full kit
that's the full kit. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the deal on the Air 3 on Amazon. The by itself, it's $879. Fly More combo with the RC2 is $1,239. Fly More combo with the RC N2 is $1,079. I mean, that's just crazy, Ron.
Yeah. I mean, I know that $879 price has been around a couple times. Like, a couple months ago to spring, it was $879. I don't remember if the Fly More bundle was that low before, though.
Yeah, that Fly More. I mean, that's just insane. That's
Of
just
course, Eddie Nunes is putting out chat Air 4 on sale. Do you think probably the Air 3 pricing is to clear a little inventory out for the next Air, whether it's the Air 4 or Air 3S, what do you want to call it? Is this a little inventory clearing bill?
It could be. It could. Well, it's like that always is. We always bring that up whenever we see there's a sale like this going on and on multiple drones that they're clearing the way and making the path for new drones coming in.
Sometimes not, but like the Mini 4K is obviously not clearing any space. They're not replacing the Mini 4K anytime soon.
Right. That's not doing that. But of course, with this, I mean, this isn't right. I mean, that Flymark combo, what? That's almost $300, Ron. Oh,
yeah. That could buy you a Mini 4K with a spare battery. The money you save.
Oh yeah. I mean, seriously, that's just wow. I mean, when I saw this today, I was like, okay, do I need another Air 3? No, but I might get one. No, seriously.
Or like the Mini 4K. You don't need a Mini 4K, but I guess you can't have too many spare drones around in case of a future ban, right?
Well, yeah, and I have the Spectre Mini, which I mean, I'm just going to say it really is the Mini 4K.
Yeah,
I mean, with another badge on it. That's all. It's just wow. So, but yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of good deals out there, and I'm like you. I have really kind of have everything I need. Although, what I think I might do tomorrow. Remember, I had some issues with the mic cutting out. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I traced it, and I know what my problem is. Okay. Now, what I do is I don't have enough USB ports on my docking station that I have, so I have to use the ones on my laptop as well and on my external hard drives. Okay. So what was happening was it wasn't recognizing that external hard drive because that's what I have the microphone plugged into. So that's why it was cutting out, and I know why that was happening. Okay. The cable from the docking station, okay, it's built into it. It's not one that you plug in and out. So it's kind of strained because my laptop's elevated. It's up about maybe 3 or 4 inches, okay? Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a cooling pad and set it all the way down on the desk. That way that cable's even, and I think that'll help. But I'm still going to buy a new station because there's one that you can hook up to 4 monitors to. Metro Jones, Bill, thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you. And again, thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. It was and you know what I did, Ron? And I should have done this years ago. I took today off from work. I took a vacation day today. Mm-hmm. And Valerie took a vacation day too. She couldn't last week because she had to fill in for a coworker. So because her birthday was last week, was last Monday.
Right.
But it was a great day. Went out for breakfast this morning. Got the truck washed. Just putzed around the house. Went out for dinner tonight. Had a nice dinner out. Just it was real good. And
what's your temperature check down there in South Florida?
It dropped. It was like in the mid-90s, and we had a horrible thunderstorm come through today, and it dropped down into like the low 80s. I mean, it just went. But it's been in about the mid-90s every day, consistently, and just the humidity has been there as well.
We've had some of our warmest weather of the summer this week. Nothing like you're having, of course. Bill, can I give an update real fast? It's 0-0 in the All-Star game tonight, and I believe the pitcher for the National League, starting pitcher, is your boy from Pittsburgh.
Yep. Well, and I guess I don't know if you know this or not, and we're going to digress to baseball talk for about 30 seconds here. He had a no-hitter going through 7 innings, and the manager pulled him out. All right, wow. But they're being
based on a pitch count because he's a rookie.
Based on pitch count, okay. And he actually said he was pretty tired. So I agree with that, okay. And you know what? A lot of people were really criticizing him. I think that's a smart move because I think you're going to prolong this guy's career, okay. He's going to have a phenomenal career. But what's going to happen, and this is just me, and I think Ron knows baseball pretty well, okay. The owner of the Pirates, he's going to trade him for draft picks or whatever. I mean, this guy's
before he has to pay him.
Yeah, he's once in a generation that you get somebody like this guy. Okay, he's like a Bob Gibson, Ron. Okay,
and Johnny's pointing out, Johnny's from LSU.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Bill, you talk about once in a generation. When is the last time a Pittsburgh Pirates started the All-Star game?
Ken Brett, George Brett's brother.
Really?
Back in 1974. And I was at that All-Star game was in Pittsburgh. That's the only All-Star game I ever went to.
Wow.
It was in Pittsburgh.
Ken Brett. Because I was thinking today, this how do you say this new guy's name? Skews, or how do you pronounce the current guy's name? Pittsburgh pitcher. Skeens, yeah. Skeens. I was thinking, well, who is the best Pittsburgh pitcher of all time? If you look that up, it's a bunch of real old timers from the turn of the century. Pittsburgh's never really had a great pitcher. Of course, you and I remember Steve Blass from the early 70s. He was great until he wasn't great. And
Candelaria was really good too.
Candelaria won 20 games one year. Doc Ellis won 19 games.
Doc Ellis had a no-hitter while he was on LSD.
I think the year they went to the World Series, he won 19 games.
Yep. I mean, they've had some good. John Candelaria pitched a no-hitter. Oh, real quick story. Okay, I had tickets for that game that night. My mom gave them away. I missed a no-hitter.
And one of the reasons Candelaria doesn't show up as one of Pittsburgh's all-time great pitchers because he played as many years away from Pittsburgh as he did in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh like 15 years, but half of them were someplace else.
Well, some of the great pitchers, Pirates and Bob Friend was a great pitcher for them. Vernon Law, Elroy Pace, and by the way, I met Vernon Law. I mean, years ago, I met him, got his autograph. I mean, they had some really decent pitchers back in the day. Harvey Haddix. I mean, he threw that he was into extra innings against the Milwaukee Braves, and somebody hit a home run in like the bottom of the 12th or something like that. Lost that game.
And of course, I saw the name Kent DeColby too. Remember Kent DeColby?
Yeah, he was
a reliever.
Sidearm. His relief pitcher was, and Dave Justy. Dave, you probably remember.
Dave Justy from 71 team. Okay, folks, no more. I'll update the score if anything changes. We're all baseball.
We're done with that. Okay. Now we're gonna talk. And I know you guys are probably getting a little long in the tooth about this, but I still want to talk about this. There's a lot to talk about. Okay, with this. Okay, and the first thing is a lot of you heard, and we got the breaking news from Ron last week. Well, I think it while I was on doing the show subbing for you, that we found out that the Senate version of the NDAA holds off on DJI drone ban demand. Okay, which on the surface it appears to be good news. Okay, and I want to be cautiously optimistic with what we're saying here. Okay. Now, and I did watch the show. I didn't have a chance to comment because I was super busy last night. But Marcus brought up a good point. It can go to reconciliation, and that's where the Senate and the House get together and they can amend this. Okay, so this is not baked in stone kind of a thing. But
the fat lady hasn't sung yet, Bill.
Exactly, Ron. Exactly. The fat lady hasn't sung yet. So you got to be really careful with what you're saying about this here. Okay. Now there's another one here. And this was a good article. This was out on Drone DJ today. Progress made. DJI urges continued advocacy against drone ban. Okay. What they're basically saying is, our calls are making a difference, and they are. Okay. I'm saying, keep it up, guys. Okay. Just don't, because you think, it's not in there. Keep up the phone calls, keep up the emails. Don't stop. The more they get, the better it is. Okay, so don't stop this. Okay,
and that's kind of like in football terms. Don't start coasting in the fourth quarter or whatever.
Exactly. Don't pull out your starting quarterback right now. Okay. Yeah. All right. He still needs to finish the game. Hey, Marcus.
Speaking of starting quarterbacks, there's our number one QB.
Our number one QB out of the Snake River Canyon himself.
First round draft pick.
More of a bench warmer.
Bench warmer. But no, that's what they're saying here in this article. Unlike the version passed by the House, the Senate's version does not include language that would affect DJI's operations in the U.S. Okay. Thank you for making your voices heard, DJI said, acknowledging the crucial role of community engagement. However, DJI cautions the fight is not over. The Senate's NDAA will soon be up for floor consideration, for the Countering CCP Drones Act could potentially be added as an amendment. Moreover, the House and Senate versions will be reconciled in a conference committee, which still could result in the demand for DJI band being included in the final bill sent to the president. And Marcus, you brought that up last night during Drone Nation, which was spot on. So thank you for mentioning that, because you did a good thing, because you don't want to, while I said, I'll use the word cautious optimism. It's good to have some cautious optimism right now, but this is far away. We're not pulling the starting
Fox hasn't given up yet, Bill.
Yeah, we're not taking the starting pitcher out right now, and we're not going for a lineup change, because we're still, the game is still on here, if you want to call it a game. So,
hey, let's be realistic here. That the drone hobby is going to be under attack from here on out, whether it's at the federal level like we're talking about here, or local level. I was just reading an article somebody posted on Facebook about Orange Beach in Florida. They posted the rules about that city's drone ban and so forth. It's just going to be continuous. I just posted the video where I flew from Ecola State Park in Oregon out to the lighthouse out there.
Terrible Telly.
Terrible Telly. I had a guy that commented, very knowledgeable. He said, listen, he goes, I just got through serving on a committee with the Oregon State Parks Board, and they have changed their regulations. They're not banning drones, but they're going to have specific takeoff and landing areas, which at least there was representation. He's a drone guy. He was able to be on the committee and represent. You know what? I got to be honest with you. I don't have a problem with that, because we all know that there's people that there's always idiots there flying into stadiums or whatever. So if we have to take off from a certain area at a park or whatever, hey, at least we can still fly, right?
That's a huge, great point, Marcus, because I'd rather have some regulations wrapped around this, okay, than me having to file an insurance claim with State Farm and saying my drones are gone. They've all been destroyed, unfortunately, okay, and I don't want to even think about doing that,
Right.
So I'd rather have some regulations here to regulate this, and I think that's probably what we're going to come to. And I think and this is just me, I'm not basing this on anything that I see out there, but I think what's going to happen in this reconciliation, some cooler heads are going to prevail in all this, and they'll probably say, look, we're going to go ahead and regulate you, DJI and other drone manufacturers here in the United States, and this is what you can do, this is what you can't do, okay? And these are the rules that you're going to have to abide by going forward, okay? I think there's going to be some pretty stringent regulations, which is fine by me, okay? And if I have to pay another $100 for a drone, in addition for the price of that, for them having to add some kind of technology on there for this, I'm all for it, okay? Because that way we still get our hobby, we still get to do what we love doing, but I don't want to have, I don't want it to just completely poof, and I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't.
Hey, Marcus, you talked about the drones being under attack. Do you think when the day comes that we have a made in the USA sticker on the side of our drones, will that make any difference at all?
Well, I think to some degree, but I still think people are just freaked out because it's a flying camera.
Right. So that don't only make a difference to the government, to the man in the street. He doesn't care what that.
The man on the street, exactly. The guy that's anti-drone is going to be anti-drone. Bill, I wanted to ask you: does that regulation does that apply to the Wii phone drone as well? Nice little. Geez, if I don't break it,
Marcus has camera refresh on that controller. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Marcus,
I didn't break it.
Is that a made in Malaysia drone?
I don't know where it's made, but I can tell you this: there are no wires in these antennas, so you might as well just
who needs sticking wires?
Who needs wires on antennas?
Yeah.
What are we? Oh, I got something to share with you guys. This was great. Okay, I got an email from Banggood. Okay.
Oh,
they're wanting me to test products for them. Okay.
Oh, good.
They sent me a link. They said, go, pick something. All right. So I send them 2 PMI drones. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't send out PMI is samples because of our agreement with them. So and that also goes for DJI. So you can choose from any of these drones, and it's all Potenzic and Holystone and all that kind of good stuff.
Well, the one that they just sent me was the $40. Doesn't even have a brand name on there. So
yeah. So we're gonna see where that's going. You know what I may do? You know what I'm gonna send them? There's an RC crawler that looks really good. It's about $599. I'm gonna send that to them. There's a couple of boats. I'm gonna send that to them. All you do is say no, so we'll see. I just, going with that. There's another article that DJI had out today, and I thought this was, it ties in with all this discussion that we're having here. And it says, lawmakers want drones added to U.S. security threat probe of Chinese smart vehicles. Okay, wow. Earlier this year, the Biden administration directed the Department of Commerce to develop regulations against China-manufactured internet-connected cars in the U.S., citing the national security vulnerabilities of vehicle mapping critical infrastructure and collecting information on the car, its surroundings, and its occupants that may be susceptible to exploitation. One of the key points raised by the lawmakers in a recent letter to the Secretary of Commerce is the potential for Chinese drones to collect and transmit sensitive data back to China. The data could include anything from video footage of critical infrastructure to personal information of American citizens. Okay. The lawmakers argue without proper regulation, Chinese drones could exploit these vulnerabilities, compromising not only individual privacy, but also national security. I just laughed at. Go ahead, Marcus.
Well, Bill, what about Autel and their automotive diagnostic equipment?
Yeah.
It taps into all of our cars, so whether it's Chinese or not. And, I don't know. Autel is a Chinese company. They're trying to ban their drones, so...
Yeah, try to put them on the cover list.
If we really want to...
This is the case of these congressmen and senators trying to slip it in on another bill.
Yeah, see there, it's this backdoor, getting this in. Nobody's going to notice it's on here kind of a thing. Oops, we added this on here and it's law, by the way. So, tough luck. Well, you think about all this. If you carry it to its logical, extreme here, if you want to do that, okay. Apple phones, they're all made in China, okay. Let's call it like it is. All right. Mr. Adam Bry, all of his components for his Skydio drones, they're made over in China. All right. What isn't made over in China? Okay. My Samsung's made, believe it or not, Samsung phones, you know where they're made? Vietnam. Okay.
Okay.
They have a great big processing facility in Vietnam. That's where they do a lot of their manufacturing there. Okay. So, I mean, it's like everyday use, everything, that we touch, basically. My laptop, both of my laptops made in China. Okay. And talk about transmitting data. All right. If you guys watch Snowden at all, that movie, that they know everything already. Okay. Yeah. What's the big revelation here is what I'm thinking. It's like we get to see all of Margate in detail. Okay. I'm sure the CCP wants to know how big Lucy is and how tall Lucy is and how it is flying around there.
No, they're more interested in the tequila bar at Margate.
Oh, that's probably correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you bring up a good point, guys. Nobody ever, they always talk about, critical infrastructure and so on. But I mean, nobody ever, that's a small part of people who fly drones. They don't talk about the average Joe drone flyer like us who never get near any critical infrastructure or whatever, or film it or whatever. I mean, it's almost like, say, we don't do this in the U.S. Like we don't penalize everybody because one person does something wrong, except for drones. Now we're penalizing everybody for a few people that may get critical infrastructure. And let me go for a minute. Okay, say if they did do all this with drones, what would prevent just a Chinese spy? Well, they had sleeper cells. What they activate a sleeper cell, whatever. The Chinese guy goes down there. He's got some drone. Maybe they sent him. Doesn't have any of this monitoring on it. He just takes the video of the critical infrastructure, loads it up on Dropbox, and sends it back to the CCP. How are they stopping that guy or whatever?
Okay, I'll give you
He doesn't
guys an
get caught in
example
the
here.
DJI drone ban.
Yeah, I'll give you guys an example. Okay, there's a place called Apollo Beach. It's probably, let's say, 6-7 miles from us. All right, right across the bay in Apollo Beach. It's less than probably 2 miles as the crow flies from where the beach part is in Apollo Beach. Now, when I say beach, guys, I want to clarify this. Okay, it's of Tampa Bay. It's the beach that's on the bay part. Okay, it's not out on the Gulf, so it's not like it's still a beach, but it's not really a beach. All right. Anyway, okay, straight as a crow flies, probably less than 2 miles. MacDill Air Force Base. What do you think is going to happen if I fly my DJI Mavic 3 Pro up over there and I penetrate their radar installation? Okay, I'm going to set off every alarm bell that they got there. All right, they're either going to take it down and shoot it down, or they're going to come. I'm going to get a knock at the door. Can we talk to you, Mr. Heroes? Okay, yeah, okay. The only time I've done anything, any infrastructure wise, I went down to the Skyway Bridge. You guys know the Skyway Bridge. Okay? I went down there a couple times. One time with Dobo, Ken and I. We went down there. We flew. I mean, that's it. Okay. People are going to see the water fountain at my development. They're going to see the clubhouse at my development. Yeah. Oh, you guys remember the video I did of the dangerous intersection?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, okay, we're coming back from this morning. Ballard took me out for breakfast. We're coming back. It poured down rain, okay, and it just stopped raining. A guy in a Ford F-250 or 350 that had the dually, the extra wheels on the side.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about, okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He pulls out to make that left, okay? Guess what he does? Because he's going too fast.
He's spinning all over the place, huh?
3 or 4 times. Lucky nobody was near him, okay? So I don't know if he was feeling cocky or what. So he hits the gas and he starts to spin again, all right? Now, traffic is stopped behind him. Thank goodness. It wasn't, it was like about maybe noonish. Wasn't a lot of traffic on the road. But he started doing that again, okay? And that's it. That's where that left is, that dangerous left. He made that, And I told Valerie, I said, you know what? I am so thankful. I have the presence of mind. I'm late. I'm sitting back and I'm watching things because lately there's been a lot of speed traps. So I'm really watching my speed in the truck because it's real easy. And I think Marcus knows when you have a V6, it's pretty powerful. It's real easy to get that bad boy up to speed in a hurry. Okay. I've done it before and I don't know. I'm at 70 and I'm like, oops, I need to back off. All right. Well, I was backing off and I saw that and I slowed right down, came to a stop. I put my flashers on so people would know and everybody behind me slowed down and stopped. So we watched this clown do his stuff. Then here's the real kicker for all this. Okay. This just, how you always want to see law enforcement catch one of these idiots on the road. Okay. Guess what? Okay. Over in the right-hand lane was the sheriff's department. They followed him as he made his right turn. Okay. I'm like, okay, that's one of the parts that helped make my birthday because
there you go.
You don't see that often. So
yeah, the real cowboys out there never get caught normally.
Yeah. But Johnny has a point. China knows my neighborhood. China knows my development. China knows the Snake River Canyon. China knows Margate. Okay. All right. Their points, what they're making is ridiculous. All right. And what they're talking about, critical infrastructure. Okay. None of us or rarely anybody, do infrastructure. Okay. We don't.
Bill, let's give it. Say that 1% of drone flyers do get a lot of video and critical infrastructure. Well, why should the other 99% not fly drones? Because the 1% fly near critical infrastructure. Just put rules and regulations in place. If you fly near critical infrastructure, you turn all the communications off of the drone. The drone is not not sending any data out or whatever. The only way you get data off is pull the memory card out.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it just, that's it. So, it's where it's at. So we're going to move on here and I want to spend some time talking about this. And it's really, this is really kind of funny. And I know you guys, I think you guys probably I'm sure you guys talked about this last night, about the Action 5. Pro League suggests GoPro Rival could only be a minor upgrade. And, they're talking, it's not going to have that 1-inch sensor. Ron, I mean, Marcus, guys, I mean, seriously, why would I want to upgrade to something like this?
Well, I guess they'll give us 8K instead of the 1-inch sensor.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
thing is, we don't know yet. We're just gonna have to see when they bring it out. DJI again, they always surprise us with something that's really cool. So we'll see. I'm not saying it, maybe it isn't worth the upgrade, but I'm willing to.
Well, the big revelation was it looks like there's a Action 5 Pro and just an Action 5 normal.
Which is interesting.
Yes.
What the differentiator is. That'll be interesting to see as well. But Ron, to Ron's point, 8K for all of us is the only value is if you're cropping in on a picture. Beyond that, really isn't.
yeah, that you're right. I mean, it's not, 8K televisions. I think I priced them out last year. They're like about $8,000. Between $5,000 and $8,000 at Best Buy. I mean,
and even if you got an 8K TV bill, would your internet download?
Yeah.
Would you not hiccup watching an 8K movie on your internet?
Yeah, your download speeds are it's just not gonna be there. And what about Blu-rays? I mean, there's 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays, but you don't have 8K Blu-rays out there. I haven't seen them. I mean, it's just
I think the 8K at this point is future-proofing yourself for years down the road.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not the three youngest guys in the country. We're not so much worried about future-proofing our stuff for 30 years from now.
Yeah. Listen, if the three of us had Johnny Drone Flyer kind of money, we'd probably all go right out and buy an 8K TV right now. But
that's right.
But that's not the case. $5,000 or $6,000 for an 8K TV. That am I going to be able to look at it and really see the difference? You probably could, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I think what I think we ought to do. I think we ought to go down and camp out at Johnny's for a couple of weeks down there. And just live off the fat of the land with Johnny. I mean, he's got it all. I mean,
yeah.
I can't afford one of those uppity Hyundais like he has.
Boy, yeah,
it's a fancy truck he's driving.
Yeah.
He's living the life. I'll tell you that.
Bill, the funny thing last night, we had Lauren on, a.k.a. Sergeant Schultz, and Sergeant Schultz couldn't talk about the Action 5. He knew nothing.
Oh, he knew nothing. Wow.
He knew nothing.
He knew nothing. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, so it will be interesting. So, Bill, is that going to come first, or is the next iteration of the DJI Air drone going to come first?
Well, I'll kind of answer that. We know this thing's already got FCC approval, or at least the Pro model does.
Yeah.
So,
there's been nothing on FCC approval for a drone. I mean, Igor's been quiet. Acetalab has busted out some things, like about the Action 5 here.
Igor was busy with the bike last week, and now he's back on the Action 5. But he's quiet. The drones. One little tidbit before we leave: even the Insta360 Ace Pro action camera, which is 8K, doesn't have a 1-inch sensor. So I think there's some advantages for these action cameras not to have a 1-inch sensor. I think the 1-inch sensor hurts certain things in video and whatever. So I think it's not a wise decision for them to do the 1-inch sensor outside of the promotion department. And our problem is we were trained by DJI promotion that 1-inch sensor drones were the best, but not necessarily for every piece of gear.
So let me pile on to what you just said, Ron. So this is an action camera, and an action camera is not supposed to be the best video you ever saw.
It's not a cinema camera.
Not a cinema camera. It's supposed to be to be portable, rugged, to capture what you're doing out in the field. It has to be heat tolerant, right? We always complain about when they shut down. So bigger sensors is going to create more heat, use more power. The battery power is important. So I'm sure those are the kind of things those engineers are balancing out. Now, to Ron's point, and I think Bill is yours as well. Okay, how do they make it better then? And that's the $64 million question, because we've all three got the the Action 4, and wow, is that an amazing camera?
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? Yeah,
Marcus, when you start putting your videos up and whatever, that amazing B-roll you're getting from the Action 4 lots of times trumps the video that you put up from the drone.
especially if it's a holy stone, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Sometimes even a DJI drone, I hate to say, but yeah. So the Action 4, one of the big rumors is, this is Igor's rumors, somebody else's maybe not true rumors, that's going to have much improved battery life over the Action 4. And Mark, before you got in here, we mentioned some Prime deals. Do you realize that one of your favorite cameras, the DJI Action 2, is on sale for $199 on the Prime sale today?
Wow, that is. I'll tell you what. If somebody that is a fantastic deal for a very capable.
And I don't know if that's the updated model that came out a couple months ago or the original. I don't know. And even another deal, Marcus, one of your favorite budget drones, the Mini 4K, is $239. Now, folks, I didn't misspeak. I said $239 on the Amazon Prime sale. So, Marcus, you've reviewed a lot of the we'll call them second tier drones, so they're in that same $300 price range. With the Mini 4K at $239, how do you rank the field?
It's the best one
at the lowest price right now.
Full stop, and it's priced lower than any of them.
On the page I looked at, it was the Holy Stone was on the HS 900 was on the same page. Its Prime Day deal was $419.
So which one now, Ron?
The Holy Stone HS 900. Oh, yeah. Its Prime Day sale price is $419.
Yeah, and it's not even close to what the
your little, what's that little Potensi drone? Not even the
Atom,
the one with the electronic image stabilization. It was like $229. It was only $10 cheaper than the Mini 4K, and not the one with the gimbal.
Oh, the Atom SC. The Atom, the regular Atom
was $229, but that doesn't have a real gimbal.
Yeah, the Atom with the real gimbal I saw at $279. Now, if you really want to take a step up, Ron, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't the Mini 3 standard $339, I believe? Or
at one point, but today it's like it's like $419 or something like that. So it's not as good a sale today.
Okay.
Not that's still a good price.
One of the things I wanted to say was, I took the Action 4 recently, and I used it almost entirely to film a video. We have an incredible car wash system here in Central Florida, and I joined a monthly club on it. And I did that for a review for my Tundra channel. Okay. And I'll tell you what, it was I shot the whole video literally with the Action 4. It was fantastic. It came out just stellar. Okay. But listen to the words here. Okay. And this is what I tell people when you're considering an action camera. Okay. It says action in the camera title. Okay. And of course, GoPro, it has the word go. Okay. These are verbs. These are action. Okay. And that's what these cameras are versus a Pocket 3. Okay. You know, I'll say a Pocket 3 is not really an action camera. All right. It's going to be more,
don't drop it, Bill. Don't get it wet.
Don't drop it and don't get it wet. Yeah. So, you know, there's some differentiation here. Okay. Because, you know, for example, when I was up recording the grandkids, okay, I had the Pocket 3 out indoors. Okay. Outside, I'm grabbing my Action 4. Like, what are we doing? Where are we going? Okay.
So that's my next question. I don't have the Pocket 3. How is the Pocket 3 in indoor and low light situations? Is it better than like the Action 4?
What makes it better is, you know, of course, all those other cameras rely on electronic image stabilization. So once it gets dark, when you're moving the camera around, the stabilization isn't working very well. Where with the Pocket 3, of course, that was a mechanical gimbal. That means no difference. It makes no difference. You're still stable, you know. So that's the big advantage. You can't really do much movement with an action camera once the sun goes down.
Question for both of you. What drones did you guys buy on Prime Day today?
I have all the ones that were on a good sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling Ron, I said, you know what? Maybe the DJI Air 3 is calling my name again at being $300 off. I mean, that's just crazy. That is just a crazy.
Yeah. The fly more combo is what, 12? What was it, Bill? 12.
1239
Yeah.
for the and that includes
Air 3 combo, fly more
with
combo.
with the controller.
That's
Marcus,
amazing.
okay. I texted my manager at work. He bought a Mini 4K today.
Oh, good. Tell him congratulations. Yeah.
I will. Well, I got myself into it now because I have to travel up to his house and show him how to use it. But I said, you know what? Because he's wanting to do like roof inspections of a rental property instead of climbing a ladder. I said,
Perfect.
I said, look, I said, this is the lowest price a DJI drone has ever been. I said, get it now. I said, don't even hesitate. Don't wait till you get home tonight. Do it now. And he did it. Okay. And he bought it. I'm like,
Mark, if I was tempted to buy anything today, it would have been that Mini 4K at that price.
Yeah. I wanted to buy 2 or 3 of them just to, give away to my brothers or something. But then I thought about, okay, then all of a sudden, if I do that, I become tech support. So maybe not such a good idea.
Yeah. Hey, Marcus, I got this problem with this drone. Can you help me out? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And see, that's what I'm afraid. I probably created a little bit of a monster.
Yeah.
With my manager. He's a great guy. I absolutely love him. But I told him, I said, I'll be happy to come because he wanted to bring it to work. Okay. And I told him, I said, we're in a no-fly zone at work. We're within 5 miles of an airport. We can't air. But up at his house, it's in a nice area. I know where he lives. So yeah, that won't be. But what I'm going to get him, I'm going to gift him. I'm going to get a landing mat for him because I'm sure he doesn't have one. And yeah, my son-in-law called me up when he was on the phone with my granddaughter, was talking about landing mats, and he told me of a brand that he got, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's pretty expensive, but he said these landing mats are like incredible. They're made out of the same material that fire hoses are made out of. They're very durable. They're pretty expensive too. I think they begin with a W. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Don't buy $239 drone and then break the bank on a landing pad.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Bill, can I give you an update real quick? The National League took a 3-0 lead on an Otani 3-run homer.
Really? Yeah, Captain Ray says Hoodman. That's the one.
Hoodman, yeah. My son-in-law
Barry Markowitz is big fans of Hoodmans, I believe.
Yep, here it is. It's called a Hoodman.
What's the going price there, Bill?
It is the 3-foot pad is $79. The 5-foot's $139. The 8-foot is $429.
I'm going to get the 8-foot. Yeah,
Bill, you don't buy a landing pad that costs more than your drone does.
If you get that 8-foot pad, you'll get a precision landing every time.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if your drone doesn't have precision landing.
Bill, why don't you just get a starter RC one for $10, and even if you lose or break a couple, you just buy another one.
Well, I got news for you, Ron. You remember when we flew at the beach? Okay, my landing pad. It's the same one. I'm using the same one. I've had it since 2017. That's the only thing that's been the same since I started flying drones is that pad. I haven't changed that pad out.
One of the things that those Hoodman pads bring to the table is they're weighted.
Yeah, exactly.
So they don't fly away. The edges don't come up, etc.
Right. You don't have to, see, like with mine, it comes with 4 plastic spikes to put it into the ground. Okay. Like if it's a windy day. And I'm never use them because I'm flying out of a parking lot. I mean, that's where I fly all the time. So.
On the beach, I've had a round one blow away that I can never recover it again. The wind just took it to where I couldn't even see it after just a couple seconds.
And some little kid is using it out in the surf right now, thinking it's like a surfboard.
Yeah.
Well,
Captain Ray must be loaded with money because he has Hoodman too.
Well, this show tonight is sponsored by Hoodman landing pads.
That's right. We're paid sponsors for Hoodman. Okay. I wish we were. I wish they would.
Hoodman, are you listening? Do you want a little?
If you're listening,
want a little representation here.
The 3 of us would be very happy to review your products. That 8-foot landing pad sounds really awesome. So.
I bet you Marcus Crawford could do some awesome precision landings on that Hoodman.
I would too.
Well, one of the things I want to do here before we're kind of wrapping up here, And let me see if I can bring this up. Yeah, I got it up here. Okay. All right. Being that I am, where's the window? Here we go. Okay. All right. I'm from Western Pennsylvania. Okay. And I've been to Butler, Pennsylvania before many times. It
How
is,
close is that to Pittsburgh, Bill?
it's about 45 minutes, almost not quite an hour outside
Is
of
that
Pittsburgh.
north or south?
North. It's north of Pittsburgh. It's a rural community, but it's the kind, it reminds you of Mayberry, okay? Where people sit on porches, everybody's friends up there. There's almost crime is almost non-existent up there. It's just some
Which sounds like a
really,
lot of small towns in PA.
yeah, and there's some light manufacturing around in the area, but it's really not very heavy industrial. A lot of people travel from Butler into Pittsburgh because it's not that far for them for jobs. And it's a good way of life up there. They have some good football teams up there for high schools. They have some good high schools up there, some athletes and everything. The picture I'm showing here, okay, I had two of my friends were scheduled to go to the rally, okay. One who's my best friend from high school, she backed out because unfortunately there was a death in the family. But this picture was taken by one of my good friends who my wife and I sat with at my last high school reunion. Now, if you take a look here, over here, the main platform is over here where my cursor is jiggling. That's the bleachers. And these are the side ones over here. My friend told me, and I'll read what he says here. This is my vantage point from the Trump rally. I'm in the top row of the bleachers, last seat on the left, looking at the bleachers. My wife sitting next to me. I feel truly blessed because we had just sat down when the shooting started. A gentleman standing 8 foot in front of us lost his life, and several children and women were covered in blood. We can only pray that these children will get past this traumatic experience. In the 30 seconds it took from start to finish gunfire, all I could think about was my wife's safety. Thank God for his protection, protective presence in keeping us unharmed. And then his wife, to clarify a bit, we're sitting in a row or two behind the people holding the black umbrellas in the picture, not the set of bleachers directly behind President Trump. So, it was a scary day. It was just, we need to just have a level set here and just understand something. Okay. There's no places. Everybody has called out. This isn't political from both sides of the aisle. There's no place for any of this in this country. Okay. It needs to stop. And I'm thankful.
President Biden went on TV that night and said the same thing.
Yeah, it needs to stop. And both sides of the aisle have said the same thing. And I'm very thankful that my friend and his wife are okay, because I know them really well. And my other friend she didn't go. It really kind of level sets things. And just for me personally, because I know these people, it really kind of hit home. And like I said, there's no place for this. We need to we can have differences, and that's fine politically. I don't have any problem with that. It's just, there's no need for violence in any way, shape, or form like this. And it's been condemned universally. And, and I will say this, I'm very thankful that, it could have been a whole lot worse. And I'm thankful for the Secret Service agents doing their job and doing what they did. I'm not going to get into a discussion about any of that, but I want to say this. I'm very thankful that people are okay. The President Trump was okay. And some of the other people that were there, unfortunately, others got wounded. Another one, unfortunately, got killed. And I read the excerpt where he dove over his wife and daughter to protect them. I mean, that's just incredible. And there is a GoFundMe out there, and 4.9 million has been raised for all the wounded. So, America's coming through in a very dark moment. And, I wanted to acknowledge this, and I wanted to acknowledge, this was just a despicable act that we have no place, no business in our country having this kind of violence. So, okay.
So was that the first case of a mass shooting or a big shooting in Western PA like that?
Like that, yeah. There hasn't really been a whole lot of that in Western Pennsylvania. I mean, it's just been like I said, that community up there, Ron, it's like that. You have to go back years and maybe sometimes decades to find when people have been murdered up there. I mean, it's just peaceful. It's just a wonderful, relaxed community. And where the alleged shooter was from, it's a suburb of Pittsburgh. My roommate from college lives there. It's a wonderful place to live. I mean, it's just, the unspeakable. It happened.
I mean, it's sad to say, but like people get shot in concerts or whatever. Anytime you go out in the public and you open like that, you're taking your life in your hands with all these nuts with AR-15s running around.
You are, and it's just like you just, wow. I just it needs to end. It just needs to end, and I'm glad the president came on and talked about that, and all the other leaders from both parties said the same thing as well. So, all right, we're gonna wrap things up here, guys. Do you have any final closing thoughts at all?
If you need a drone, go over to Amazon and get that 239 Mini 4K drone. And if you don't know how to fly yet, go watch Marcus Crawford's Idaho Quadcopter's excellent beginner's tutorial series on a Mini 4K drone.
Thank you so much, Ron. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, one last thing. Go over to the Ron Brown channel and watch an Idaho quadcopter type video, not by Idaho quadcopter. He was behind the camera, but if you like his style of video, go over and watch a video. I didn't forget the title of the thing is the Air 3 test with the Idaho quadcopter twist to it or something.
Yeah, Golden Park.
Yeah. It's just like an Idaho quadcopter video, but he's not flying.
I was the cameraman. I held the camera.
He was in the video, and Alex Escardo was the VO.
Yeah. He was the VO,
and you'll see many cameo appearances.
That was
Tanya Gale hand launching. Yeah. You'll see Jim Beauchard in it. You'll see Johnny Drone Flyer at the end. Johnny getting on us about the precision landing.
Alex was a star in there.
Oh,
too.
Alex is going to be a big star. They can remember him at the Academy Award time.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a really fun day.
And he hasn't agreed to yet, but Alex shot a lot of B-roll of that flight. And I said, if you have enough good B-roll, I'll send you the original footage, and you can remix your own version of the video with what I have.
Got it into something, yeah.
Really, we know Alex is the master editor. He was the editor at the South Florida Drone Meetup. He did the editing presentation the year before.
That's right. Let me tell you what. Let's just take a moment. Let's all thank Captain Ray for putting that event on. He puts a lot of work into that year after year, and we wouldn't have had any of that kind of fun if it wasn't for Captain Ray putting it all together.
Yeah. Of course, goes to our own. You and I invented the Dolman Park meetup, though.
Hey, you know what we forgot though? Yeah, that's true, Ron. But we forgot to acknowledge Johnny Drone Flyer. He was in that video too.
I did, and I said he was at the end. He was helping with the precision landing.
Yeah. Johnny was there.
Well, one of the things and one of the tidbits that I want to pass on to the audience and for you guys is, I think Valerie and I we're gonna make every effort to get there the day before, like fully the day before, so we can participate in some things.
And you should say Sunday morning for the morning meetups, and then drive home in the afternoon.
Exactly. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take Monday off.
You would have had a good time out at Dolman Park that day.
Yeah, that's what I want to do that. And I can't, and I can't say this enough, okay? And I've already told this to Captain Ray. I told him, I said, I can't say this enough how much Valerie enjoyed going. I mean, she really had a good time. I mean, you don't know how much that warmed me up. It's like, for me, it's a no-brainer, okay? Mm-hmm. And then we found a great route to go there, okay? The first route that we took to go there, it was way out of the way. This one, more direct, easier roads to drive. It was a piece of cake. It really was. And it really was on the dot, 3 hours, and we were there. I mean, it was perfect. It really was. Good. Ray, we're excited. We can hardly wait. I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm ready to go. I really am. It's just so much fun. And it's so good seeing everybody. I mean, it's just, beyond flying, which is awesome, always awesome. Okay. It's getting a chance to see everybody and meeting people and talking to them. It was just, Ray, just unbelievable kudos to you for what you're doing. You do one of the greatest things in the drone community. I'm convinced of it. You really do. So, our hats off to you. Continue the great work. Don't ever stop. Okay. Don't ever stop this. And if you need help from us, let us know. whatever you need. Okay. You know, we'll pitch in and we'll help you guys out. Like I said, Val's all over this. So if she's all over it, that means I better be all over it too. So,
and don't forget the meetup before the meetup.
Yeah, the meetup before
the Jupiter, Florida meetup.
Yeah. Well, Ray, that's what, you know, we have fun doing it. We really do. And I just want to thank everybody. I'm losing my voice. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I want to thank everybody for your birthday wishes. It really meant a lot to me. Had a wonderful day today. You know, it's just like I kind of got myself a little bit of a treat because I took today as a vacation day. And for me, it was like, okay, this is what retirement's going to be like. I like it. Okay. I really like it. So anyway, guys, have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week. Get out there and fly. As always, it's a great day to fly. Take care. Have a great rest of your evening, guys.